How did you like watching Steelers football? How was that for you? Now you see what I've been dealing with since the season started. The Steelers look like a complete disaster. The low scoring games, all of those things that you saw, that is exactly what I've been dealing with all season long. So I'm so glad you got to see it. But in true Steelers fashion, we did not show up. We did not play well as a team. Defense played well, but as a team, we did not play well. And I'm quite frankly sick and tired of the Steelers organization today. I am tired. I am recording this at night, so I'm also physically tired because the game went on forever, whatever, and I didn't even know what I was thinking. And I'm also just tired of this organization because I feel like there's some things that are happening where I'm just like, what is this? What are we doing? Who are we? Do we know who we are? Or we don't know who we are? I I have a lot to say about this, so let me just get into this video. The Steelers just, quite frankly, don't have an identity. We don't know what we are. We know that we're going to have a good defense. We know that for a fact. But other than that, on offense, our offense does not have an identity. We didn't know what we wanted to do yesterday. It was like we knew we should be running the ball because Dallas had problems stopping the run. But then we also knew that Dallas was struggling on defensive line and players having players out and stuff like that. And so I feel like we came into this game where we were like, oh, we'll do a little bit of both. I don't know what our game plan was for this game on offense. We came out in the first drive, on the first series, and Fields threw a ball. Hayward drops the pass, whatever. And it felt like from there, we just retreated. And that is what we do. I feel like our offense is one of those offenses where we say, we have a really good defense and we're going to trust our defense. And our defense is going to give us the ball back. And as long as our defense is keeping us in this game, we won't worry about scoring. We won't worry about being aggressive. We won't worry about doing the things we need to do to win the game because our defense is going to keep us in the game. And then when we need to score, we'll throw the ball down the field. That is what feels like our offense is. And if that is true, we don't have an offensive identity. So I don't know who we are on offense. I don't know what our game plan's on. I don't even know how we move forward from this disaster, but it just kind of is what it is. I will say, though, it's an interesting thing of football. I've now seen my team play 5 games. And out of those 5 games, if I take a little bit of each game, and that means that that's who we are as a team, I don't know what the hell kind of team we have. I don't know what that really means, but it's interesting. So let me just get into the things that I love. Getting 3 turnovers, blocked field goal. I think that is phenomenal. I love that this defense showed up. And I love that they came to play. I know a lot of people will give this defense slack for being the reason why we lost the game because they gave up the touchdown. But let's be honest, when your team has 3 turnovers and out of those, I think we have 4 turnovers. We had 3 interceptions and the fumble by TJ Watt, strip sack. So we have 4 turnovers and a special teams blocked field goal. And out of that, we got 7 points. That is not good for our offense. Football is a team sport. Your offense can't suck and your defense can't be fantastic. At some point, the offense has to carry some of this load, and they haven't been carrying the load. So I like what our defense is doing. I think it's crazy that how many injuries we had, but I'll talk about that in my hated section. But overall, I think our defense did our job. Our defense held that Dallas offense to 20 points. And 7 of those points happened on the very final drive at the end of the game. The Steelers had more than enough chances to score more points than they did, but they didn't because this offense sucks. So I love the defense, though. So this is a love session. So I'm going to give love to our defense. The other thing I love is I felt like I saw some improvement from our offensive line. The past couple of weeks, I've been concerned about our offensive line. We haven't really clicked. We haven't really figured out some things. But the offensive line that I just watched tonight was probably one of the better offensive lines I've seen as half all year. So I just want to comment on how much I love the offensive line. And I also just want to mention that I feel like they're progressing in the right way. The offensive line is actually progressing the way that I hoped this entire offense would progress. You slowly get better. You slowly see some things that are opening up and you slowly start to transition into, having a more complex offense. As of right now, we're not there yet. So there's that. Things I don't understand or whatever. Honestly, it's the offense. I don't understand the offense. I don't understand the point of the offense. I don't understand what we're doing. I don't understand why we have Justin Fields, but we're not using him in the right way. I don't know what this offense is doing. I have no clue what this offense is doing. This offense has zero identity, and I don't know how you win games in the NFL with this offense. It is so bad. We have to fix it. The things that I hated, I will talk about the offense here in a second. Don't you worry. I hated all of the injuries we had on defense. At the end of the game, the Steelers actually ended up being more banged up on playing linebacker and D-line once the game was over. We had so many injuries during this game. It was concerning, and I hate that. I hate that for the guys that got injuries, and I hate that for us moving forward because this happened last year. Last year, we got decimated at the linebacker position, and it impacted our defense. Yes, we still won games. Yes, we still went to the playoffs and all those things. But the thing that we once had as our advantage, being our defense, just became net neutral because of so many injuries. And so all the injuries last night have me worried. The other thing that has me worried is George Pickens. I don't know what is going on with Pickens. I don't know if he's acting out because this offense is so bad and he's not getting the ball. I don't know if he's acting this way because he's acting this way during the week and it's just showing up really bad in games. His effort on a lot of things seems piss poor. His energy looks off. The way he is acting looks off. The play at the very, very end of the game is crazy. So I don't know what's happening with George Pickens. So on the one end, I think it's a George Pickens thing where he needs to get focused and do all the things he needs to do. And then on the flip side of that, I think it's our offense's fault because it's like you have this guy who plays receiver. And let's be honest, lots of people would love to have George Pickens on their team and be a receiver on their team. But the Steelers offense is so bad that it's like, what the hell is this? So on the one hand, I want George Pickens to be a mature adult and all those things. And on the other end, I understand his frustration. I'm not even there risking my body every day, and I am frustrated. So I can only imagine how he feels. That's not an excuse, but I can understand how he feels. The other thing I hated is 17 points on offense. In an NFL game, 17 points on offense. Like, that's just disgusting. We've had one game we scored 24 points. We had one game we scored 20 points. Every other game, we haven't scored more than 20 points. I think our average on offense is probably less than 20 points at this point. That is pathetic. That is absolutely positively pathetic, and I hate that. And then let me just say again, I hate our offense. I hate our offense. I hate our offense. And you know why I hate our offense is because I don't even know what our offense is. I don't even know what we're trying to do. I don't even know the point of this offense. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know, like, what is this? What is it? Is this even an offense, or are we just calling plays? Who are we? What are we? What do we stand for? What do we do? What is this offense? This offense is so bad. I absolutely, positively hate it. And I expect Mike Tomlin to fix it because Mike Tomlin needs to be accountable for this terrible offense right now. He needs to be accountable. He needs to make adjustments, and he needs to fix it. I just want to say I'm so glad that Justin Fields is our quarterback. And I know that this offense is terrible and I hate this offense, but I am so glad that Justin Fields is our quarterback. I trust him. I trust his ability to make plays. And sometimes when I sit and think about this offense, if Justin Fields wasn't running and we weren't able to utilize that skill set of his, this offense would actually look worse. And you know what's going to actually piss me off is if we bring Wilson in and Wilson gets to stretch the field and Wilson gets to throw the ball down the field. I am just, the truth is I am disgusted by the Steelers offense. I hate the Steelers offense. I am disgusted by the Steelers offense, but none of that is Justin Fields' fault. And as of right now, as of this game, none of that is the offensive line's fault either, because they actually did their job. At the end of the day, we have to find ways to get our playmakers involved. That is how you win football games. I sit back and I watch a ton of football. I watch almost all the NFL games every week, and I watch a ton of college football, obviously. And I see how offensive play callers get their offensive players in the game. I see how they find ways to get their guys into the game. I don't understand why the Steelers offense cannot get going. I don't understand why it looks so bad during week 5. And I know some people will say it's week 5, calm down. The truth is it's looked bad for the past 2 years. It's really not just week 5. It's really for the past 2 years. And so this is just another year where we have a new new offensive coordinator, and we tried to blame our old offense on that offensive coordinator. We now have a new offensive coordinator, and it's the same crap. And so I'm just sick and tired of it being the same crap. So I hope the Steelers figure this out. I have no idea who the Steelers are at this point. I have no idea how I'm going to even predict a winner for the next game. And you know what, to be honest, I might just pick the other team just because I don't know what the Steelers are going to do. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just start picking the other team until the Steelers make me trust them again, because what I'm seeing right now is not great. This is just not good. And I'm very, very disappointed in the Steelers offense, and it's just disturbing. So I'm going to end this here. I'm going to have my rant like I love at the end of this. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to all of my content. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Sorry for that embarrassment that you had to watch of football, but it just is what it is. It just is Steelers football. And I'll just end this by simply saying, here we go.
So here's what I'm going to be keeping my eye out on. I am concerned about this offense in a way that I didn't expect to be concerned. And it is time for our defensive coach being Mike Tomlin, it is time for him to step up and figure out what he wants to do with this offense. Is he going to let this offense go? Is he going to implement new things? Is he going to work on the play calling? What is he going to do to help this offense? You cannot have 4 possessions where a team stalls on offense and you only score 7 points. You also can't get a blocked field goal and not do anything with it. Mike Tomlin has to step up and do something about this offense. It is literally his job. In the same way that I would hold Sark accountable, the same way I hold Coach Prime accountable, I am going to hold Mike Tomlin accountable for this offense. He has to get this figured out. And if he doesn't want to dip his hands into the offense and get things figured out, then he has to let Arthur Smith do his job. And it is literally that simple. He has to let the offensive coordinator then do his job. If you don't want to help, or if you're not going to help the situation, go to your offensive coordinator, because this is what you can do as a head coach. Go to your offensive coordinator and say, hey, I need to see a more dynamic offense. I need to see more dynamic offensive play calls. I need to see more from this offense. You are the head coach, Mike Tomlin. Go to him and say something. Do something. This is not acceptable. This is not the standard. This is terrible. You need to fix it. All of you collectively, whoever's in the Steelers organization, every single person is responsible for fixing this offense. And it is unacceptable for this offense to keep going like this. And at this point, we are 3-2. We are 3-2, and every win except for one has been a nice win, has been a balanced win, has been a team win from start to finish. Only one win has been like that, and we have 3 wins. The other wins have been pieced together, and we've skated by, and we've made it happen, but that is not good enough. That is absolutely, positively not good enough. So I don't know what this team's identity is. I don't know who we are. I don't know, out of the 5 games that I've seen, I don't know who we are. I don't know what there is to do, but I know for a fact this is Mike Tomlin's team, and it is Mike Tomlin who is responsible for getting all of this stuff together. So Mike Tomlin better go get this together, because last year we thought it was because we didn't have a good quarterback. Last year we thought it was because of Matt Canada, and it's coming to fruition that this year we still are the same as we were last year, and the 2 reasons why we thought we were bad last year are gone. So Mike Tomlin has to figure this out, and he has to figure this out ASAP, because I will be paying attention along the way. Here we go.